Hey there, Anna here. Thank you for joining me for this new video. It's the middle of the year, so what about resetting your life for the second part of this year? If you're new here, my name is Anna. Welcome to my channel. Here it's all about minimalism, slow living and personal development, so if you want to see more videos about these subjects, don't forget to subscribe. Okay guys, it's mid-2021 and I think we need a really good reset. For the record, I did my reset last week and it was a huge one. But no need to do a big reset if you don't feel so. But for me it was necessary. I did a mini reset in December for the new year, but I didn't do it for 6 months and I really needed it. I spent the first part of 2021 totally obsessed with my side hustle and I didn't take any real time to pause and to think about myself. And last week it was too much and I decided to do a reset. It was in the middle of my launch and it didn't do well, so I decided to stop, put everything down and start thinking about simplifying and having more time for myself. And actually with this decision it was the first time since January that I was happy. Just happy to have time for me and to enjoy life. In my video about slow living, I told you that I wanted to slow down my life, and it's not really what I did. I kind of slowed down, but I put all my heart in my side hustle, and it wasn't a good idea. If you're like me, you move forward without raising your head, and finally you stop doing whatever you do because you feel exhausted, depressed, and you can't move forward anymore. And it's precisely what I felt in May. I was completely on my online course launch. I worked so hard and I wasn't able to just stop and just thinking about my thoughts and my feelings, and I was in a really bad state. So I've decided to stop my launch and to take care of myself. So if you need any ideas to reset your life and have a fresh start for the rest of the year, keep watching. I also created a checklist you can download. You find the link in the description box below. It's a checklist that will help you to think about everything you need to know to reset your life and have a fresh start. So here's what I did to reset my life for the rest of 2021. Okay, so the first one is that I finally take care of my apartment. I left a bunch of things during 1 or 2 months because I didn't have the time to do it or because I procrastinated. So for 4 hours I took care of my plants, I cleaned up my kitchen, made my laundry liquid and so on. So I finally took care of my plants and I felt so good about this. I kept watching them every day and I told myself that I needed to give them attention, rearrange them. And taking care of them was a kind of meditation. You just think about your plants and anything else. It's something I want to take care of more because it makes me so happy to see more new leaves. And I have this new one that I love. Even if I told myself that I wouldn't buy a new plant this year, I realized it's something that brings me joy. So last week I bought 3 more plants and I couldn't be happier. I tidy up many things like in our living room and I even declutter a lot. It's crazy to think about all the things we accumulate because I did a big declutter in January for the minimalism game. I sorted more than 500 items and it's still always the mess. So yeah, I took care of my apartment, I cleaned up a lot and I felt better right away. It's really like when you don't have clutter in your space, you don't have clutter in your mind anymore. Hey, you want to be in the video? Yeah. Say hello. Hello. Okay, so the second thing is not really a reset thing, but since then I eat way better. It was also messed with food for 1 or 2 months. We accumulated so much food, but actually we didn't take time to cook. We didn't have the energy or the will to cook, so we ordered food a lot. Fortunately, it's food that goes out of date in a long time, so we didn't really waste food because I don't like that. But we waste so much money on bad food because we didn't want to take 10 minutes to cook. It's crazy, and it was like that every single week. So to stop waste money on takeouts, I made a list of all the ingredients and all the food that I have, and I planned all the meals with what we have without buying anything else. And since then we eat healthy and we don't waste money on takeout. It's really great to do during your reset, to empty your fridge, your freezers, your pantry, and to plan some dinner with just what you have without buying anything else. You will save so much money. So the number 3 is that I checked all the boxes of my brand dump list. In my video about minimalism productivity, I told you that it's really great to have a brand dump list with all the things that you want to do and just to stop thinking about it. So you can have your brand dump list on your computer, on your phone, or in a notebook. So during my reset week, I took my brand dump list and I checked what I had on my list. Most of the time it was a thing for my apartment, and it was also to plan doctor appointments, do little things to organize my computer, and so on. Actually, each thing took me 15 minutes to do, but I felt so relieved when I finished it. I won't wait 6 months the next time to complete my brand dump list, but I really love this system. The number 4 is that I took time to journal. I didn't take time to journal for a month. The last date was April 28. So during this session I reflect on what I did, my thoughts and my projects for the last 6 months. It was a huge session. I wrote a lot about how I felt, what I did wrong, the decisions that I made, and so on. Then I asked myself how I can simplify my life for the rest of 2021, or even delegate things, to not fall into the trap of doing anything and everything. So to have more time for myself and won't end up in the same state that I was. Since then I try to journal every day or when I really need it, and actually I need it a lot, even twice a day sometimes. Okay, so another thing that I did is to just go outside and enjoy the sun. It's the perfect way to think about yourself, or just not think at all, or reflect on your last month. We have a beautiful park at 5 minutes in walk, and unfortunately it's not something we do a lot. But this week I've decided to take my book and to read for an hour in the park, and it made me so happy. It's also something that I want to do more with the beautiful days that come. One of the benefits to do it is to remind yourself that happiness can be simple. We chase possessions, big house, cars, success. But actually, I was happier when I was reading in the park than when I was working like a crazy to earn money. So think about it. The number 6 is that I reflect on my 2021 project. One of the things that I did was to put every project right in front of me and make a list of the things that I need to accomplish. For each project, I gave myself a realistic timeline, and I also delayed some of them. One of the problems with the last 6 months was that I gave myself non-realistic timelines, and I had too much on my plate to do things right. So I gave myself goals to achieve, and I make a list of how I can achieve them. One of the things that I've learned in the past few months is to be focused on what you can control. So for example, make 10 videos for YouTube or post on Instagram 4 times a week, and not on the result or the analytics that you can't control. It's something that I need to remind myself a lot, but it changed my perspectives. So I also made a digital declutter. In the past few months I used a lot of files, a lot of photos, a lot of videos for my launch, and honestly my computer and my Dropbox were a mess, and organize my computer was one of the things that I had on my brand dump list. So I took some time to delete files I don't need anymore and organized all of my stock photos. I created a system to find my B-rolls and my photos. And I also deleted all the unnecessary photos that I had on my phone. So the number 8 is that I made a list of all the things that I want to do by the end of the year. When I finally decided to postpone my launch, it was a day I wasn't working, and I find myself doing nothing because I didn't know what to do. You know, when you're working on something for months and when it's done, you feel lost. So I've decided to make a list of all the things that I want to do or achieve by the end of the year. On this list there are, for example, doing a yoga class in a studio, read at least 2 books a month, and book some holidays. It's really a great thing to do because you realize what you really want to do and you take action toward it. And the final thing that I did is to plan my reset every month. And for that I want to thank you, Gina, and thanks for your comments. She gave me the idea of plan one reset every month. It's a great idea to not fall into the trap of not thinking about yourself, not thinking about your thoughts, your feelings for months and months. So I plan on my calendar a Sunday a month, during which I will do pretty what I told you in this video, to reorganize everything, to start the new month on the right foot. Okay guys, tell me in the comments below how you do your own reset. I'd love to know. Don't forget to download the checklist. It's the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.